Well, thank you for having me. There's no question that historically there's been extremely close ties between the Kurdistan people and the Kurdistan regional government and the United States. I think they've been seen as reliable and very steady partners with the United States. It's important to understand, though, too, that under this second Trump administration, he's going to be taking a very fresh look at the region. There's a lot of changes going on in American politics. And so I think it's very important for the Kurdistan leadership to kind of be showing up and showing their continued partnership with the United States, and indeed, that's why it was very important for the Prime Minister to undertake this visit and to be here in person. Well, we've just seen obviously the priority that the high status, I guess, that the Gulf countries have for this Trump administration. For the second time in a row, he's chosen to take his first visit abroad to Saudi Arabia. It was a very high level visit to both Saudi Arabia and to the UAE and to Qatar as well. I think that sent a very strong message of how highly these states stand in the eye of this administration. I think those states have done very well at, again, prioritizing the things that they see as important to the Trump administration and to really, again, making their presence felt in this new administration. I think having the Masroor Barzani visit here, again, the emphasis on oil and gas is one that's extremely well received by the Trump administration. So certainly, I mean, I think following in on those topics and those issues that are of importance is certainly a good way and a good footing to start with this second administration, which, as I said, is really, you have to look at as a completely new administration from the first Trump administration. Well, I think there's certainly a priority in this administration on very pragmatic commercial ties, things that can benefit both countries or partners. In this case, energy, as we already mentioned and spoke about it, is a very high priority. So that again will be very well received, and I think there's eagerness to go ahead. I know it's a very important issue as well for the Kurdistan government to be providing more energy and electricity for their own population. I think likewise, the Trump administration will be looking for deals that are beneficial to both countries. Obviously, the U.S. has shown its commitment. We have a very large consulate there in the Kurdistan region. So there's certainly the opportunity for deepening those partnerships as long as the Kurdistan government also shows it's sort of that this is something that's beneficial for this very America First headed government in the United States. Mhm. Well, I think the interest is there. I mean, we've already seen these initial deals penned. Um, I think it's important again to set the right tone and the right messages, which we saw here with the willingness to be strong partners. I think making deals with other constituencies, important constituencies in Washington as well. The emphasis that was made on religious freedom and on the rights of the Christian population as well is definitely something that hits a good note with this administration. But I think ultimately those kinds of deals, the further oil deals and the like, are going to be dependent on the economic viability of them. And also, there is, of course, the remaining question of how this is seen in Baghdad. So I think it's important while striking out and making those strong partnerships with the United States to make sure that that's sustainable within the framework of a broader Iraq. Well, that's certainly something I'm sure the Kurdistan government understands very well. We know that the Sudani government, they recently had their own Arab summit that they held in Baghdad, is very keen on emphasizing unity. So it kind of behooves, I guess, both sides to make sure that is the case, that this is seen as something that's working for all Iraqis and working towards Iraqi unity. I think that's at least the perspective that I understand coming from the Sudani government.